What if I told you that you could build a mind that doesn't just put up with challenges, but actually uses them as fuel? That it could get stronger because of them? Well, today we're going to lay out the exact blueprint for building an unbreakable mind, one that will become your single greatest weapon in life. You've seen them, right? That person who just seems to thrive when things get tough, while others kind of crumble. And you have to wonder, how do they do that? Well, I'm here to tell you it is not luck and it's definitely not magic. It's a skill, a learnable skill called mental strength. And in this explainer, we are going to unpack the exact playbook for building it piece by piece. So look at this. It really boils down to two paths in life, and we all have to choose. There's the fragile path, which is all about running from discomfort and looking for the easy way out. The problem? Life doesn't do easy. Sooner or later, pressure comes, and fragile things, well, they break. But then there's the unbreakable path. This is a whole different game. People on this path lean into challenges. They don't see them as roadblocks. They see them as the gym, the raw material for getting stronger. It's not about being fearless. It's about choosing to adapt. This is the difference we're going to master today. Okay, so where do we even begin? It all starts right here, with one fundamental shift in your mind. Before you change a single habit, you have to change how you look at the hard stuff. You've got to understand that the obstacles in your life aren't there to stop you. They are the way forward. Honestly, it's a super simple concept when you think about it. Imagine going to the gym. You'd never get stronger by avoiding the heavy weights, would you? Of course not. The resistance, the struggle, that's what makes the muscle grow. Well, guess what? Your mind works on the exact same principle. If you don't challenge it, it gets soft. It stays weak. But every single time you push through something difficult, you're doing a rep for your brain. That's where real true strength is built. And this right here is the perspective that changes the entire game. Once you really let this sink in, everything shifts. Every problem you faced becomes a training session. Every time you fail, it's not the end of the world. It's just feedback. It's data you can use. This is the exact moment you stop being a victim of your circumstances and you start being the architect of your own strength. Now, talk is cheap, so let's look at someone who lived this idea to the absolute extreme, a guy named David Goggins. His story starts at what most of us would call rock bottom. He was miserable, incredibly unhealthy, and felt totally stuck in a dead-end job. But then he made a choice that would put this whole challenge is training idea to the ultimate test. Just look at that number for a second. Let it sink in. Over 100 pounds. That's how much weight he had to drop in less than 3 months just to have a chance to try out for the Navy SEALs. Now, for most people, that's not a goal. That is a giant brick wall with the word impossible spray painted on it. And for a fragile mind, it is. But see, Goggins saw it differently. The crushing weight loss wasn't something he had to do before the training, it was the training. The challenge itself became his path. And here it is, the big lesson. Mental toughness isn't something you're born with on a good day. It is forged in fire. It's built in that single moment when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to quit, to just stop, and you choose not to. It's not about never wanting to quit. Everyone wants to quit sometimes. It's about building the habit of pushing through anyway. That is the secret. Okay, so we've got the mindset down, but that's just laying the foundation. You can't build a strong house on a toxic waste dump, right? You got to clear the land first. So now we have to talk about the 3 biggest mental strength killers. These are the habits that are quietly destroying your progress from the inside out. Think of these 3 things as pure poison for your mind. They are non-negotiable. First, complaining. It keeps you powerless, stuck in victim mode. Second, constantly seeking comfort. Look,
Growth and comfort do not live on the same street. It's one or the other. And third, making excuses. That's just you willingly giving your power away. It all comes down to a really harsh truth. You can have your excuses or you can have the results you want, but you absolutely cannot have both.
All right, we've weeded the garden, we've thrown out the bad habits, so now, what do we plant in their place? This is where we get practical. Let's get into the daily actions, the actual training routine that will build that mental muscle day in and day out. Consider this your new morning workout. Each one of these is a deliberate choice to win a battle against your weaker self. A cold shower? Sounds awful, right? That's the point. It's your first victory of the day over that little voice that just wants to be comfortable. Exercise? It proves to your brain that your body is way more capable than it tells you. Meditation? That's just reps for your focus muscle. It's you learning to control your mind instead of letting it control you. And doing just one hard thing every day, no matter how small, it literally rewires your brain to make resilience your default setting. Okay, I need you to lean in for this one. Seriously. Because this might be the single most important idea in this entire explainer. This is the engine that powers everything else. It's the huge difference between people who start things and people who actually finish them. It's understanding the power of discipline over motivation.
This chart says it all. Think about motivation. It's just a feeling, like being happy or sad. It shows up when it feels like it, and it's gone just as fast. Trying to build your life on motivation is like trying to build a house on a cloud. But discipline? Oh, discipline is different. Discipline is a system. It's a choice. It's a promise you make to your future self. It's deciding to show up and do the work whether that feeling of motivation is there or not. One is a flaky friend, the other is bedrock. And only one of them will get you where you want to go.
If you walk away with nothing else today, I want you to burn this definition into your brain. Discipline is just doing what you said you were going to do, especially when you don't feel like doing it. It's that simple. It's getting out of bed when the alarm goes off. It's doing the workout when you're tired. That simple act on the hard days, that's the whole secret. That's everything.
So, there you have it. We've laid out the entire blueprint. The mindset shift, the habits you gotta kill, the ones you gotta build, and the secret engine that drives it all, discipline. We have all the information. But you know what? Information by itself is completely useless. It's worthless without the final, most crucial ingredient, action.
And that's really what this all comes down to. Right here, right now, in this moment. You're at a fork in the road. You can click off this video, go back to your day, and let this just be some interesting idea you heard once. Or you can decide that today is day one, the day the complaining stops, the day the excuses die, the day you start building. So the question is pretty simple. That stronger, more resilient, unbreakable version of you, they're waiting. They're waiting for you to show up. So what are you going to choose today? If this explainer lit a fire under you, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And if you are truly committed to this journey, make sure you subscribe to the Cognitive Room, because we're going to give you the tools you need every single week. The training starts now. The choice is yours.